Okay, thank you very much for clicking and joining me. My name is Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles, anything weird, wonderful, but quality and interesting. And I hope to flip it for a profit. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the things I've sold. As you know, if you follow my channel, I am literally doing 10 items every week, showing you what I've sold. I've got two years worth of sales from the website to share with you, and all I'm doing is slowly making my way through them. 10 items per video. Now you think, what's the point in seeing what you've sold? We've all got the same worldwide market. So if you see what I've sold, maybe you'll see it when you're out and about. You go, he sold one of them for X amount of money. I'm going to buy that and take a chance myself. You can sell it to the same dealer, same collector as I can, same deal as I can. We're all online, so fingers crossed. So they're just educational and entertaining videos. Like, as I said, I've picked 10 items in order that I've sold. So I'm just going to share with you what they are. If I can vaguely remember what I've sold them for, because as I say, some of these now are almost 2-year-old. I've got quite a ways to go to catch up with current times on the sales, but still some interesting pieces, and I really hope you enjoy. Now, if you like anything to do with antiques, I do absolutely everything to do with antiques, collectibles, and reselling. I'm not on eBay no more, but follow my channel. I have my own website. Everything I sell goes on my website. I've even got videos telling you how you can get away from eBay onto your own website and how to create your own website. So some really good, helpful things on here. So shall we get to today's video showing you some of the things I've sold? Check out my YouTube channel, and honestly, you'll be shocked. Some really interesting and very helpful content. And check out the website. Almost 4,000 items of stock of absolutely superb quality. Okay, so we're going to get started. The first item of today is a pair of very large Art Deco Wilton Ware 1920s Lustre, baluster-shaped vases. Both in very good condition, a little bit of wear to the gilding. And then one is a millimetre or 2 millimetres shorter than the other. So maybe a matched pair. Share the photographs with you now. These are absolutely stunning. Now, the ones you want, obviously, is the Carlton Ware Fairyland Lustre with the butterflies and things. But these are the next best thing. You can see the height difference there. It's only slight, but it is there. But they are a beautiful pair of vases. And on a mantle, you wouldn't really see them 1 or 2 millimetres difference. Really nice, beautiful things. There you go. Wilton Ware and... yeah, Stoke-on-Trent. There you go. So just a really nice pair of vases. If I remember right, they cost me something like £30, somewhere over there. And I achieved 150 from them. They didn't stick around for that long, but they were nice. People were asking, if I split them up and sold them individually, people were asking as much as 125, 150 of ours. I put them on for a pair. So that's why they sold, because they were cheap. This is absolutely stunning. If you like industrial or architectural antiques, then this was gorgeous. This is big, big heavy piece where we use 20th century heavy brass. Now, I always put brass or bronze because some of the early brass can be bell metal, can be bronze. I just leave other people make their own mind up. And it was the lion head and Tudor rose door knocker. And it was absolutely stunning in high relief. 6.5 inches in diameter. Doesn't sound a lot, but this was a big, heavy door knocker. Beautiful thing. I think it came in for £10 or £15 from Malvern, if I'm not mistaken. Really nice thing. Big, heavy thing. And as I say, £10 or £15 spent. It came in and I sold it for 95. Didn't have huge age to it. I don't think I dated it in the... I just put it down as 20th century, vintage 20th century. So last half of the 20th century. So, but a nice thing. These, to be honest with you, I had these in my shop for nearly a 12-month and couldn't get an offer on them. In my shop, I was selling them. They Wedgwood Queensware, Christmas time cups and saucers and tea plates, so trios. But in the shop, I had the cups, saucers, trios, and a 3-tier cake stand. And it was only asking £30 in the shop for the entire job lot. Anyway, once I started the website up instead of the shop, I looked at the prices online, and lo and behold, I achieved £45 for 4 trios. Perfect mind if you wanted them on the table for Christmas. All in good condition. They were all stamped up, as you saw there, Wedgwood Christmas Queensware. And if I'm not mistaken, all in good condition. Yeah. Wedgwood Queensware, Christmas time. Yeah. I achieved £45, but I couldn't in the shop physically get £30 for the 4 and for a cake stand. Yet I think I've sold the cake stand a little bit after these for similar money. So it turned out to be far better not selling them. Didn't cost me much. I don't think I paid £5 for all of it at, I think it was car boot sale. I'm not sure. This was another beaut. This was suspected Waterford. I've put it down. I believed it was Waterford, but it was unsigned, and there was a few people had done the pattern, but I believed it was Wedgwood Giftware series. Beautiful cut crystal. You can see that beautiful colours coming through with the rainbow colours. I do a lot with glass and I do a lot with ceramics. Look at that. Beautiful photograph. I did make it look good. I gotta be honest. I made it look amazing. And it was a good bowl. I achieved £95 for it. Now, if you follow my channel, I buy these in for literally £4 and £5 all the time. Even signed Waterford examples. People, for some reason, A, they can't tell the difference between crystal and pressed glass. And B, they just don't put no value on it. I just don't understand it. I really don't. It sold at £95. I actually don't think it was up for sale for long, probably a few weeks. This was up for sale for literally a couple of days. I had, if you watched the last video, I had a lovely template motorbike which sold within like 24 hours or whatever it was. Well, this came in with the motorbike. I can't remember exactly how much I paid, but it wasn't a lot of money, probably £5, £6 each, something like that, £7 each. Anyway, I achieved £20 for this, and it was a 1960s, 70s template. Slot machine. So you'd put the penny in the top as a money box. You'd put your penny in the top, and it'd give you a little bit of chocolate. So that was cool as a little money box, vintage money box. To be honest with you, I think I underpriced it at £20, but it came in for nothing. Made a good profit on it. Let's say I paid a £5. It might have been 6 or 7, but let's say I paid a £5 for it, and I achieved £20. I think it was within 2 days. Now, if you can put a £5 down on the table and come back 2 days later and it's turned into a 20, you're doing all right, you know. There you go. That was a nice little thing. I think I undersold it, though. This, on the other hand, I achieved a fabulous price. And I couldn't sell this now. That little ivory escutcheon on the top there now would make that item either A, illegal, or B, I would have to pay for a license off the government to sell it because of the ivory. However, we have an antique, very early 20th century Edwardian silver plate biscuit barrel or tea caddy. Sorry, biscuit barrel caddy, not tea caddy, but biscuit caddy, tin by Walker and Hall. It's a really good one, nicely engraved. It's a nice big example, biscuit tin. Now, these used to be £200 and £300. I achieved 125 for it, and they were over the moon. And it is really nice. I got to be honest, it's a good example. I don't think I paid much for it, probably a tenner. You can see there the silver is worn. You can see where the silver has worn. You can replate them. You can have them replated or do it yourself. I've done videos showing you how to replate things and showing you the product to use, which works. I've done a couple of tests in front of you. So I got a how-to section on my YouTube channel. Check that and show you how to resilver items. Anyway, I achieved 125 for that. Lovely thing. It did stick around for a while, probably 3 or 4 months. But it's a good example, 8 inches tall. To be honest with you, the way adds to me, because the way around the leaves and that just made them stood out that bit more, turned the leaves into nickel and the rest of it into silver plate. So it really was a good looking thing. But the laws now are you can sell ivory providing A, it's been valued by a museum as being good enough that it adds something to history. So it has to be historically important and declared by a museum. B, it still has to be antique. C, it has to be less than 10% of the overall materials used in an item. So let's say, for example, now, like this tea caddy, I wanted to sell it with the little note on the top. I could do that by applying for a license because it's less than 10% of the old construction. However, there is also a side rule that says if the item can be removed without damaging it, so if the ivory could be removed without damaging the product, then you need to remove the ivory and replace it with wood or plastic. Therefore, even though it's less than 10%, I don't think this would qualify because it could unscrew, take the ivory away and replace it with something else. So that's a tricky one. Would you sell it with the license or would you just not bother? I tend to stay away with anything to do with ivory now. I don't touch it. It's just no point. You can't sell it, even antique ivory anymore. And I have, yet again, done a video showing you how you obtain a license to sell ivory. This is a lovely little thing, 19th century Chinese porcelain, Texan cargo. Ship sunk in 1822, and they pulled a lot of it back out. And it is that fungus pattern, lovely little cup. I sold it the same day, I think it was. I've sold 3 or 4 of these different things. Cups and saucers, bowls, all Texan cargo, varying qualities. They have reproduced them, but they're not the same. It's a nice thing, and I think it cost me £1. I'm not sure if I actually done this one out to a subscriber or if it was a different one I done to a subscriber, because I don't want to a subscriber and done a little discount. So it may have sold for 20, even though it's 25 with the discount. It may have been 20. I can't remember on this one because it may have been a different one I discounted. But either way, it came in for £1 or 2 and sold for 20 or 25 pounds. Quite fast. I think it sold straight after the video went out, or close to it. This was nice. People like antiques and collectibles they can use. And this was a heavy, solid brass nutcracker. But if you look at it, you have the handle here is the squirrel's tail, and then you've got the squirrel's body holding the nut. So you'd be using the squirrel's tail to leverage down to crack the nuts. Nice thing, copper rivet, solid brass, Art Deco, 1930, 6.5 inches long, and I sold it for £30. I can tell you now, without even looking in the books, I wouldn't have paid more than £2 for that, 2 or 3 quid, and I achieved £30. Yet again, another rinser. A couple of people have commented since I've been doing these videos saying, well, you've sold stuff I've had on eBay for months and years and still haven't been able to sell it. And here's another example, because I remember them mentioning they've had rinsers and coolers on their site that they can't sell. This is the second of the rinsers I've sold in 5 videos. Achieved £30. Georgian, early 19th century, wine glass cooler or rinser, whatever you want to call them. Nice thing. Bottom half cut glass, double lipped, big ground pontle if I remember right. You can see the nice early glass. There's the big ground bug pontle marker, lovely thing. A couple of little flea bites on the rim, nothing much. And I achieved £30. Now, I do pay for these rinsers. A lot of people won't pay more than £1 or 2. No, I'll pay 5 or 10 quid if I have to. So I can't remember how much this one came in for, but it won't be any more than a tenner. But I will pay up to a tenner for a rinser. And if it's a really nice early one or an Irish one, I'll pay more. I'll pay proper money for an Irish one. But either way, £30 achieved for a nice little rinser. And I've got a nice collection of coins coming on the website. Really good lot. I've got a couple of 100 coins, I think, coming on there now. Now, this is series 1 through to 6 of endangered bird species coins. It's a full coin set and literally has all the endangered species. Now, they're all behind plastic sealed, so the photographing was very difficult. I didn't want to open the packets up to photograph them, but trying to photograph them crisply through plastic was hard work. But nevertheless, I think they come in for like £3 or £4, maybe a £5, and I achieved £30 for them. So, what do you think? 10 items I've sold. All different. You know, you got coins, you got Georgian glass, you got modern crystal, you got ceramics, you got some metalware. There's a good variety on there. Go to the website, have a look. You'll have a shock. There's something on there for everyone, even if you only go on there and use it as research. You haven't got to go on there and buy. Go on there and research. I got articles on there as well on my blog page, but there's so much on there. You could just browse it like you used to the old millers and see what is selling, what stuff's worth. I've even got to make an offer button now to combat the recession we're in, to people to make offers. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah, what do you think? Anything on there you like? So leave a comment. If you can share the videos, if you can like and comment on the videos, I would be extremely grateful. But if you made it this far and you watched them, thank you very much. I honestly can't thank you enough. I will see you soon. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the notifications. Get notified when I put my videos out. I know set time. I know what they say on YouTube. Stick to set times to get videos out. People know, they wait for them. But I'm so random. I'm so busy. I just put them out as and when I can. So make sure you hit that bell for notifications and then you won't miss any, especially if I do a live. I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.